Good afternoon, everybody. This video is about the books that I read in November and December of 2023. The reason that I combined 2 months was that I actually did not read a lot of books during this time. In fact, I only got around to reading 4. So let's talk about them. The first one that I read was Black Suits You. Now, if you read the synopsis at the back of this book, it goes, 27-year-old Kian Roy is the reclusive author of the best-selling erotica trilogy Handcuffs. When he appeared in public for the first time, people fall in love with him, and then he is followed and seduced by a mysterious girl who follows him across cities, book events, hotels, luncheons, so on and so forth. As he gets sucked deeper and deeper, he is forced to surrender all control, and then his life and career slowly begin to unravel. Now, if you see the synopsis of this book, it reads like it's a dark romance, but actually, it is a revenge story. The writing in this story is so good. You have one chapter that follows Kian from event to event, and then you have one chapter which is a diary entry of a girl in college who is falling in love with Kian. The first half of the book is super engaging because it is super mysterious. Then by the time you reach the halfway point, you realize that the girl who is chasing Kian and the one who is doing the diary entry are completely different people. After that, the story gets even more interesting, and by the time you reach the end, it has become a full-blown revenge story. I genuinely had so much fun reading this book. It was amazing. The next one that I read is this tiny book called Freud. Now, there is a lot of information about Freud online. People love talking about him, people love learning from him, and I am no different. But this book is a great starting point as it tells you the timeline of Freud and his entire work. What was his first theory? Who was his first patient? How he continued developing his theories, and then it ends with telling us all the misconceptions, like what did Freud do wrong and what mistakes did he make, and all of the advances in medical science that actually explain things better than Freud ever could have. Basically, this book has all sorts of cool stuff. It was very interesting, and anyone can finish it within 2 hours because it is such a small book. Now, the third book that I finished was called The Artist Way. Now, you must have heard about this book as a lot of artists and creatives online recommend it, and for good reason. The book is for stuck artists. It's not a book as much as it is a 12-week program. Each chapter tells you what you have to focus on that week and has a bunch of activities that have to be done in that week. Now, I was reading this 1 week at a time and I thought I wouldn't be able to finish it, but I did finish it, and I am reaping the benefits of this course, and I feel so good about myself for actually finishing this. The last book that I read during this time was Isaac Campion. Now, Isaac Campion is a story about a boy who has to grow up after the death of his brother. He does not get along with his father, and after the death of his brother, the relationship becomes even more strained. But in the end, Isaac grows up, he figures himself out, and then he makes the decision to go his own way. So in short, this book is actually about boyhood, it's about growing up, and it has a good ending. It is short, it is sweet, anyone can finish this within a day, and it is genuinely a really good book. Sometimes you just find books which are short but which are really impactful, and Isaac Campion, I felt, was one of them. So that is all the reading that I did in November and December. So if you like this video, then give it a like, subscribe for more such reading and book related content, and I will see you soon next week. Bye bye.